beginning, we are told that when a nine-tailed fox reaches 1,000 years of age, it can take on any human form, and at 1,000 years, its powers increase so much that it can see things from 1,000 kilometers away. Next, we see a family in a car in which there is a little girl named Gia, and it was Gia's birthday today. She receives a gift from her mom, which contains a toy. Seeing it, she becomes very, very happy. But then, their car has a terrible accident. After regaining consciousness, Gia finds her gift broken in the car, and her parents' dead bodies are hanging inside the car. However, outside the car, Gia feels the presence of two people. Gia asks them for help. When those two look inside the car, Gia screams in terror because they were none other than, or rather, they looked exactly like her mom and dad. Then Gia wakes up from her dream. Yes, friends, perhaps she was dreaming. Then she sees her mom and dad right in front of her. She is very, very happy, but what is this? Her toy was still broken, just as it was broken in the dream's accident. And right there, she sees bloodstains on her clothes. Very cunningly, she asks her mom for a kiss from the wallet because she was allergic to the wallet. But her mom still goes into the kitchen and starts trying to attach a kiss to the wallet. Yes, Gia understands here that these two are not her real parents, and she stabs her mom, meaning her imposter mom, with a pair of scissors. The imposter mom immediately attacks Gia back, but Gia runs and hides in her room. Here, a red-chested man named Yeon makes an entry, who starts killing both of them. Yeon was looking for a girl, meaning Gia, here, but when he doesn't find her, he performs magic on Gia and tells her to forget everything. The scene shifts, and it is shown 21 years later. Despite the clear weather, it was raining, because it was the day of the Fox wedding. Friends, whenever the weather is clear, meaning when the weather is good and it is still raining, it means that a Fox wedding is taking place. Yeon arrives at the wedding and meets the bride, who was a fox. And here, Yeon was going to kill her, because this lady fox had taken the lives of many innocent people. A fierce fight breaks out between the two. That lady fox, as her last wish, wanted to complete her wedding. Here, Yeon decides to kill the lady fox after her wedding. Next, we see Gia, who, after growing up, has become a producer at a broadcast company. And she, along with her co-worker named Poo Reum, was also attending the fox wedding that Yeon was going to kill. As soon as the wedding finishes, Yeon kills the fox. But before dying, the lady fox had requested Yeon to erase all memories of her from her husband's mind so that he wouldn't be sad remembering her and could enjoy his life moving forward. As soon as the lady fox dies, she vanishes, turning into golden dust. Everyone there thought that perhaps the bride had run away, leaving her dress behind. Gia finds some pearls on the gown, which makes her suspicious. This reveals that the pearls on the gown belonged to a fox. But foxes couldn't enter Seoul because all the animals there were being tracked. Meanwhile, in a park, Yeon uses his powers to return a small child's balloon to him. Seeing all this, another child approaches him and asks him if he is an alien. Yeon tells him that he is a nine-tailed fox, and his age is more than 1,000 years. Here, Yeon is waiting for the reincarnation of his love. After having a heartfelt conversation with the child, Yeon arrives at the afterlife office of nine-tailed foxes, where he tells the receptionist that he killed the sister fox at her wedding. Yeon was not happy about this at all. The receptionist, bringing the contract papers for him, affectionately threatens him, saying that he signed a contract to kill criminals for the reincarnation of his love, Yum, so now he cannot back out of it. She was about to burn his contract papers, but Yeon tries to extinguish the fire in a dramatic way, which was a very funny scene. Meanwhile, the forensic team had called Yeon to them. Gia also sees a CCTV footage in which she suspects a red-chested man of having probably made the bride disappear. Yeon and the forensic guy were eating in the fox's restaurant. because the forensic guy was also a fox. He advises Yeon to be careful because the photo and presence of the red-chested man have gone viral on all TVs. Yeon is not bothered by this at all because he possessed immense power. Meanwhile, Jia meets a man who tells Jia that the red-chested man will meet him at the bus stop. That student was talking, but he was wearing shoes, meaning he was not human. But that person assures her that she will indeed find that red-chested man at the bus stop. Then he leaves from there. Here, that man suddenly changes his form, meaning he is also a fox, who is none other than Yeon's brother, Rang. This is because their relationship is not good, and then Rang calls his brother Yeon to meet him. At night, Jia is waiting for the bus at the bus stop when a drunk old man stops Jia from boarding the bus. Yeon walks past her and sits in the bus, and Jia takes that old man on her shoulder and goes to drop him home. But as a taxi coming from the opposite direction stops, that old man suddenly disappears, after which she tells the taxi to chase the bus. At night, she sees that the bus had a bad accident in which everyone on board died, but a girl named Yeon survived. So, after calling the police, she takes that girl to the hospital. Jia asks her about the red-chested man, showing her his photo. Here, Jia's doubt deepens, and something similar happens because Jia catches Yeon in the hospital. She tries to question him and take his fingerprints, but Yeon is very cunning. He doesn't answer any of her questions, nor does he let her take his fingerprints. But Jia also shows her cleverness. She throws her bag towards him, which he catches, and in this way, Jia gets Yeon's fingerprints. Here, one more thing becomes clear, because Yeon remembered that he had saved Jia's life in childhood. Then, Jia takes that girl to her home because she was scared in the hospital. The next day, Yeon comes to meet that girl, so the nurse gives him a letter. Somewhere else at home, Jia questions that girl about the bus accident. The girl says that everyone was killed, and he also wanted to kill her. But Yeon's intentions were something else entirely, because that girl was also a fox, and she had killed all the passengers. Yeon was trying to stop her, and that's why he got on the bus. Yeon, being injured, could not stop that girl at that time. Just then, a glass table falls and breaks, and Jia picks up its pieces and puts them directly on that girl's neck, telling her to reveal the truth, because she had understood that the girl was lying. Because how could it be that everyone in the bus died and that girl did not even get a scratch? But then suddenly that girl transforms into Rang, who is none other than Yeon's brother. He says that he has eaten that girl, and he was about to eat Jia too, when Yeon arrives there because he had received Jia's letter, which contained her home address. Then both brothers start fighting here, in which Rang loses, and he tells his brother to find Yeon within a month, otherwise he will kill Jia. Before leaving, Rang performs magic on Jia and makes her forget everything. But Jia had cameras installed in her house, and looking at them, she remembers everything. Just look at the mind of this girl. In the morning, she calls a detective and gives him Yeon's address, which they got from Yeon's fingerprints. At night, Yeon also finds the footage of his fight with Jia and his brother in his house, and seeing it, he makes Jia unconscious, meaning she has fallen asleep. How awesome is this? Here, we see Yeon on an island, and he is now a kind of god who can control the wind along with the rain. It was on this very island that he first met little Ayum when Yeon fell in love with her. But suddenly, one day, Ayum died. However, when Ayum's soul was traveling to heaven by sitting on a boat, Yeon stopped that boat. But he knew that he would have to let Ayum go. He could not stop her. So he put a magical bead in Ayum's mouth and told her to be reborn. As time passed, Yeon kept searching for Ayum, but he has not found her yet, and years have passed, meaning he is waiting for his love to be reborn on Earth again. So, Jia threatened Li Yeon to find his friends. Jia had realized that Li Yeon was also present when these incidents happened years ago. Jia then has a dream in which her mother gives her a human skull. Meanwhile, in the afterlife office, Li Yeon learns from the receptionist that Ah-yum can also be reborn as a girl. But guess what? Li Yeon had no concern about gender here. He was just afraid that Ah-yum might not meet him in her old age, because if that happened, Ah-yum would die soon, and he wouldn't be able to spend much time with her. Also, his co-worker, Poo Riem, was having scary dreams, and Li Yeon tells Jia that her parents' names are not on the list of people who died, so her scary dream comes true. Again, Li Yeon saves her life. Friends, if we talk about them, these people kill others by showing them bad dreams, meaning he was showing everyone bad dreams, which were sold by none other than Li Rong, Li Yeon's brother. He tries to escape by taking Jia hostage, but Li Yeon shoots Mu Young, another character, likely the spirit you mentioned, with the help of 3 coins. Next, a fisherman finds the skull of his boss, Mr. Shai, in the sea. The detective informs Jia about this incident. Li Rong has a hand in this somewhere because we also see him here with Mr. Shi's daughter. Li Yeon had kept Mu Young locked in his fridge, so he tells him the location of his brother, Li Rong, where he is hiding. Both brothers meet, and we come to know, friends, that Li Yeon had left his position for his love, Ah-yum, and because of this, Li Rang was bothering him a lot. The next morning, Li Yeon arrives at the island. This is the same island where Li Yeon first met his love, Ah-yum. Jia takes an interview with Mr. Shi's daughter, and when she tries to talk to the villagers, everyone gets scared and starts running away. Both of them find the spirit of a guardian tree in the forest, where they learn that during the Korean War, a storm came that took all the souls of the village with it. So, no one knows what is going on in the village. From there, she cuts a rope made from a tree and frees the child's soul. At night, Li Yeon again uses magic to check if that person is Ah-yum, because Jia's smile was reminding him of Ah-yum. In the morning, Li Yeon gifts a tree to a village couple and tries to extract information from them because he suspected that something was wrong, as human skulls are often found here. Here, his suspicion is confirmed, meaning Li Rang's words were true. Li Rang had killed the entire village. Meanwhile, Li Rang had reached the island, and here, while applying herbs to Jia's wounds, he sees something strange. Before Li Yeon can understand, Jia grabs his neck and tells him that she is Ah-yum. When Jia tells Li Yeon that she is Ah-yum, we are then shown events that happened 12 hours earlier. So, what's going to happen in the further story? What incredible tests and challenges await our heroes? The stakes are higher than ever, and the mysteries run deeper than we can imagine. I'll reveal all of that and more in the very next video. But to make sure you don't miss a single moment of this epic tale, here's what you need to do. Please subscribe to my channel right now, smash that like button on this video, and most importantly, hit the bell icon so you get notified the instant my next video drops. We're working hard to bring you the exciting continuation, and we'll be back very soon with the thrilling second part of this story. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.